1 minute. So now I'll consider 3 by 3 matrix 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9. So this is the one more matrix. So now just to tell me, so is it linearly dependent or linearly independent? Anybody? Is it LD or LI? LD is nothing but linearly dependent and LI is nothing but linearly independent. Which type of matrix it is?
Independent.
Independent. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Independent or dependent?
Dependent.
Dependent. So just to see the second one, R2 what we can write? R2 we can write it as 2 times R1. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
So and R3 also we can write it as 3 times R1. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
So now one more thing. R3 we can write it as R1 plus R2. This also possibility is there. R1 plus R2, not R3, R1 plus R2. So if you added the corresponding rows elements in the first and second rows, 1 plus 2, it will be 3, 2 plus 4, it will be 6, 3 plus 6, it will be 9. Alright, so that means it is linearly dependent matrix. So now I'll consider one more matrix. One, two, one, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 3, 5. So now you tell me, is it linearly dependent or independent? Anybody?
Independent, sir.
Independent.
Yes, sir.
So just to check once again. We can apply the row operation. We can subtract also. That thing you can you keep it in your mind. Row operations you already know, right? Elementary row operations. Based on that, you have solved a few problems based on Gauss elimination. What's that Gauss elimination method? Gauss-Jordan method. So that methods will use the elementary row operation transformations only. Can you write R3 as R1 minus R2? Can you write? Is it applicable?
Yes, sir.
So just to take this one R1, R2, third row R3. So that here R1 and R2 are linearly independent. Right? R1 and R3 are linearly independent. So we can't express row R2 in terms of R1. We can't express R3 in terms of R1. Also, we can't express R2 in terms of R3 or R3 in terms of R2. So these three sets, R1 and R2, R1 and R3, R2 and R3, so these are linearly independent. Why? R1, R2, R3, so these are linearly dependent. So because we can express the third row in terms of linear sum of the first two rows. So is it easy to check whether the matrix is linearly dependent or independent by this method, by checking whether it is a linear combination of other elements? Is it easy or difficult? Is it easy or difficult? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it easy to check like this method? Checking the linear independency or dependency by checking each and every row of the matrix.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Then by using determinant, we can check the linear dependency or independency of the matrix easily. So just if it is determinant equals to 0, then it will be linearly dependent. If it is not equals to 0, then it will be linearly independent. So just to find out the determinant of that, this one, 1, 2, 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 3, 5, 0. So along which row you will evaluate, determine this determinant? Which row? First row itself or third row? So in which row it's having 0, but from that row if you are evaluating the determinant, means in 2 steps it itself will get the answer. Otherwise if you are not comfort with that method, means just to go through the first row itself. 1 into minus 5 minus 2 into minus 3 plus 1 into minus 10 minus 9 minus 10 plus 9. So how much it will become? So which is equals to minus 5 minus 2 into minus 3 means plus 6. So it will become minus 1. Minus 5 minus 1 means this will get cancelled. The value is 0. So just by checking the determinant of the given matrix, we can say that whether it is linearly dependent or independent. So no need to remember any of these 3 things. So directly you can, by checking the determinant of the given matrix, you can say that whether it is linearly dependent or independent. In case if you want to check any 2 rows, means just you have to consider 2 by 2 matrix in that one itself. If you are getting any one of the at least 2 by 2 matrix determinant is non-zero, then we can say that those 2 rows are linearly independent. Even if you are getting for all the combinations 2 by 2 matrix determinant is 0, then we can say that even 2 rows also linearly dependent. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So mathematically we will define this one as any matrix is said to be linearly dependent if it satisfies the condition ax plus by plus cz equals 0. Here x, y, z are nothing but first row, second row and third row of the matrix for only values of a equals b equals c equals 0. So that means the constants, these constants a, b, c should be 0. Then we say that it is linearly independent. In case if you are getting any non-zero value for the constants, means then we will say that it is linearly dependent. So next one is rank of a matrix. So what is the rank of a matrix? Anybody? Because we already studied this one. Yes. What is the rank of the matrix? Anybody, are you remembered the definition at least? You found the what is the rank of the matrix by using, I think, Gauss elimination method or row reduced echelon form. In first semester itself you are studied. Anybody? What is the rank of a matrix? So here we can define the rank of a matrix in 2 ways. First one is maximum number of linearly independent rows or columns. So you know how to check the linear independency now. So just by checking the, what's that, determinant of the given matrix, first you have to go through the first higher order. If it is 3 by 3 matrix is there, means first you have to check the 3 by 3 matrix determinant. So in case if it is 0, then you come into all the 2 by 2 matrix determinant. If you are getting even 2 by 2 matrix also 0, then you have to go through the 1 by 1. 1 by 1 means if it is any non-zero element is there, means definitely it will become rank of a matrix will become 1. Or we can define maximum order of non-zero determinant of submatrix or matrix itself. Just I will move on to properties of a rank of a matrix. Otherwise, I will take one example for this one, rank of a matrix. How we will find out? So just we can say that by using row reduced echelon form also we can find out the rank of a matrix, or we can by using which method? By checking the linear independency also we can find out the rank of a matrix. Just to consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you say that these three are linearly independent or dependent? Anybody? Will you say now? Because you know the method how to find out the linear independency. So just to tell me, is it linearly independent or dependent? Just to check find out the determinant. In case if it is determinant is 0, then it will be rank will be linearly independent. If these three are not linearly independent, means rank will be less than 3. It may be 2 or 1. What is the determinant of this one? Are you finding out? Anybody got the answer?
Linear dependent.
Linear dependent. So the value of the determinant will be 0, right? Determinant of A matrix, then determinant of A equals to 0. So now the maximum number of linearly independent vectors. So if the 3 by 3 matrix determinant is 0 means, then you have to go through the submatrix. So this is 1, 2 by 2 matrix. So just to consider 1, 2, 4, 5. So that check the determinant of this one. It will be 5 minus 8, which is equals to minus 3, which is non-zero quantity. So that means this is a rank of 2. The rank of this one is 2. So we will indicate this by row. This is the symbol for rank. Rank of A equals to 2. So the same thing we can find out the rank of the matrix by using, in case this one first 2 by 2 matrix determinant, in case if it is 0 means, then you have to go through the second option 2, 3, 5, 6. In case this also 0 means, then you go through the 4, 5, 7, 8. This also 0 means you have to check 5, 6, 8, 9. And then you have to check 1, 2, 7, 8. And then 1, 3, 6, 9. For all the possibilities you have to check. If all the 2 by 2 matrix determinants is 0, then we can say that it is a rank of order 1. Any one of the submatrix of order 2, if it is determinant is 0, then we can say that it is a rank, it is a matrix of rank of that matrix is 2. So now I'll tell how to find out the rank of that rank of this matrix by using row reduced echelon form. So the matrix is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what is the row reduced echelon form? This should be non-zero. So you should not worry about other values. So this one. So the below element should be 0. The first leading element should be non-zero. The below element should be 0. So now in the second row, second element should be non-zero and remaining below element. So that is third row, second element should be 0. So this should be non-zero. So this should be non-zero. This is nothing but row reduced echelon form. So now express the given matrix in terms of row reduced echelon form. So to make this 4 as 0, what operation you should apply? Anybody? What operation you should apply to get the 4, to make 4 as 0, second row first element? Yes, anybody? R2 is R2 minus 4R1. Is it will be 0 if you apply this operation? You should respond something. Simply if you are listening means what is the use? Is it 0 if you applied this operation now?
Yes, sir.
So now to make 7 as 0 means which operation you have to apply?
R3 minus 7 into R1.
R3 minus 7 into R1. So now you find out the elements. So first element, first row, we are not altering anything as it is, you write 1, 2, 3. So this one will be 0 and 7 also will be 0. Write these two elements first. So now R2 minus 4R1. So here 5 minus 4 into 2 means it will be 8. 5 minus 8 means it will be minus 3. Now 6 minus 4 into 3 means it will be minus 12. 6 minus 12 means it will be minus 6. Next, coming to third row, 8 minus 7 into 2. That means 14. 8 minus 14 means it will be minus 6. Next, 9, 7 3s are 21. So that means it will become minus 12. So now, in second row, this should be leading element. So this should be non-zero. So now we have to make this one is 0. So what operation we can apply now to make this minus 6 as 0? Yes. What operation we can apply? R3 as
R3 plus 6.
R3. So both are having same sign. So that means you have to put minus 2 R2. Is it will be 0 now?
Yes, sir.
So first row we are not altering, right as it is 1, 2, 3. Second row also we are not altering, right as it is 0 minus 3 minus 6, 0. Now minus 6 minus 2 into minus 3 means it will become plus 6. Minus 6 plus 6 is 0. Minus 12 plus 12 it will be 0. So both elements you are getting 0. So that means how many non-zero rows are there now in the last matrix? How many non-zero rows?
One only.
So this is nothing but 0 row, right? So in the second element, at least one of the element is non-zero means then we say that it is non-zero. So this is 1, this is 2. So that means by using row reduced echelon form, we can conclude that rank of the given matrix is 2. Understood the method?
Yes, sir.
So this is very important. While checking, or we can find out, you will use even for finding the solution of system of linear equations also, this rank of a matrix. So that's why it's very important. You should thorough with the row operations. How to apply the row operations. One minute. So next, properties of a rank of a matrix. So first thing is rank of a null matrix. So in case if you considered any null matrix, so the what's that? The rank of that null matrix will be always 0. We can write this one as, so this is row of A, which will be 0. This is the first property. Rank of a null matrix is always 0. Next one, rank of non-zero matrix is always greater than or equal to 1. In case if you consider any non-zero matrix means definitely it will be greater than or equal to 1, because one of the element is non-zero means the minimum rank of that one will become 1. In case any two rows, if you are getting non-zero rows in row reduced echelon form, then we can say that it is rank 2. In case if it is a third order matrix and all are linearly independent, then you can say that it is a rank of order 3. So that means if you considered any non-zero matrix, then definitely the rank will be equals to or greater than or equal to 1. Next, rank of any matrix will be equals to rank of its transpose matrix. The rank of the matrix and rank of the transpose matrix are one and the same. Rank of A equals rank of A transpose. Rank of A equals rank of A transpose. So in case if they given rank of the matrix and if they ask to find out the rank of the transpose, means without thinking anything you can directly select the answer. So it's like determinant of the matrix always equals to determinant of the transpose matrix. So same condition here also, rank of the matrix is always equals to rank of the transpose matrix. Next one, rank of any matrix of order m by n is less than or equal to minimum of m and n. So if you considered A is a matrix of order m by n, A equals m by n, then if it is m is minimum quantity compared to n, so then the order of the matrix will be m. So out of these two, number of rows and number of columns, which is minimum value, so that one will be equals to less than or equal to minimum of m and n. It may be less than that also. Sometimes it may be equals to that one also. For example, just to consider the column matrix 3, 1, 2. What is the order of this matrix? 3, 1, 2. What is the order?
1.
1. Only 1. What is the, how many number of rows?
3.
3. 3
Number
cross
of
1.
columns are 1.
3, 1.
3 by 1 matrix, right? So 3 by 1 matrix, which is minimum now?
1.
1, right? So that means it may be less than or equal to minimum of m and n. So because it is non-zero entry are there, so definitely the rank of this one will become 1. The rank of this matrix will be 1, because we can express the other elements in terms of first elements or any other elements. If you considered 1 means we can write in terms of R1 as 1 by 3 into 3, right? Next one, so if you consider second means 2 means we can write that one as 2, 3 by 1, 2 by 3 into R1, right? So then we can cancel the 3, 3, you will get the R1, 2 by 3 into 3. So that is nothing but 2 by 3 into R1. So here we are getting the matrix, this is a matrix of order 3 by 1. So here minimum value is number of columns, that is 1, and we are getting equals to the rank of the matrix is equals to 1. So now you consider one more matrix for this property, just 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Is it linearly independent or dependent? These two rows or these two columns? Linearly dependent or independent? By seeing it itself, you can say it is easily. We can't find out, we can't apply determinant here because it is not the square matrix. Determinant is applicable only for the square matrix. So you have to apply the rank. What's that row reduced echelon form? What's the rank of this one? Anybody?
2.
2. Are you sure? So this is a matrix of order 3 by 2. Is it right? So minimum is 2. So the property what it's saying, rank of matrix of order m by n is less than or equal to. It's not always equals to. It's less than, it may be less than sometimes or equal to sometimes, minimum of m and n. So which is the maximum minimum value here? 2. It may be less than or equal to 2. So now you check any, by using row reduced echelon form, we can make these two elements are 0. Just to, we can write 1, 1. So just by interchanging second row and third row, first and second row, we can write the matrix as 1, 1, 3, 3, 2, 2. Now we have to make this 3 0 and 2 0. That means what operation you have to apply? R2 as R2 minus 3R1. Is it right? Is it will be 0?
Yes, sir.
Now R3 as R3 minus 2R1. Then both these, every element will be 0. Only one non-zero rows you will get. So that means what's the rank of the matrix? Rank of this matrix will be 1. If you consider this matrix as A, then the rank will be 1. That is, so what it is saying, property, rank of any matrix of order m by n is less than or equal to. It's not always equals to minimum of m and n. It may be less than also. Sometimes it will be equals to minimum of m and n, or sometimes it will be less than minimum of m and n. All of you understood this property? Fourth one.
Yes, sir.
Next one is rank of AB is less than or equal to minimum of rank of A into comma rank of B. So in case if you want to find out the rank of AB, instead of going to directly find out the matrix multiplication and then rank, so just to find out the rank of A or rank of B. So which is having minimum value. So definitely the rank of AB will be either it will be equals to that minimum of rank of A or rank of B, or it will be sometimes it may be less than that. So by using that this property also we are going to solve some few problems. Next one, rank of identity matrix of order n is equals to its order. For example, just to consider 1 0 0 1 2 by 2 matrix. So how many non-zero rows? How many non-zero rows? How many non-zero rows in this identity matrix? First row,
Two
is it
rows.
having non-zero element?
1, yeah, yes, sir.
1. So in the second row, is it having non-zero element?
Yes, sir.
1, right? So that means how many non-zero rows? 1 plus 1,
2.
2. So this is nothing but what? Rank of the identity matrix. If you consider 2 by 2 identity matrix, then it will be equals to the rank of that matrix will be equals to 2 itself. This is this one is already in the echelon form also, row reduced echelon form. So directly you can say that the rank of this matrix is 2. Similarly, if you consider identity matrix of order 3, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. How many non-zero rows?
3.
3. That means the rank of this matrix will be 3. So these are few properties you should remember. So first one is rank of the null matrix is 0. Rank of the non-zero matrix is greater than or equal to 1. Rank of any matrix is always equals to rank of its transpose matrix. So next one is rank of any matrix of order m by n is less than or equal to minimum of m and n. And rank of AB is less than or equal to minimum of rank of A and rank of B. And rank of any identity matrix is always equals to its order. So just to try to remember, once you glance it, all of you 1 minute. Because based on this one only, we'll solve problems. So properties are very important. Shall I move on to next slide?
Yes, sir.
So problem based on rank of a matrix. Just to tell me, what's the rank of the matrix? Minus 4, 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, 7, minus 3, 1. Just by using row reduced echelon form, by using which one? Linear independency. Just to tell me, find out the rank of this matrix and tell me what is the answer. Just to try by using row reduced echelon form, by using row elementary transformations, try to express the given matrix in terms of row reduced echelon form, and then calculate how many non-zero rows are there. So how many non-zero rows will be present after expressing in terms of echelon form? That will become the rank of the matrix. Till now only one solved. She got right answer. Any other got answer? Rank of the matrix. If you want, I'll solve on board. Otherwise, I'll move on to next question. In case if all of you got the answer, means right answer for this one is B. That is the rank of the matrix, given matrix will be 2. All of you got the answer?
Yes, sir.
Others? You should express, at least you are getting, whether you are getting or not, without expressing. So this is online classes. Without expressing, I will not come to know, right? Once if you expressed whatever you are getting, that thing, then only I'll come to know whether you understood or not. Do you want solution of this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in 1 minute it will get disconnect. Just to try, keep on trying. After in next session, I will solve the first problem, this one only. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
you try just.